Hi there, so I'm not sure whose assignments these are because the files aren't named correctly. So that's an important step in finalizing your files for submission. What I'm going to do here is walk through the checklist that was provided and see how things line up. So the first thing I'm looking for is that the type is consistent across all three posters. And it does look like the same typeface is used across all three. Feedback on this, I would put to get your time back in the middle of the box that's behind it. On this one, there's an awkward line that separates the red and the blue. I would change this so that, I don't know, maybe it breaks between two words. Let's see. Relax again. I think more could be done with the type. It's simple, which is fine, but I think a little bit more could be done. Maybe it's red, maybe it's tan on blue. I would push yourself a little bit further. Like this one's gray and these are black. Push yourself a little bit further. Let's look at the reference images. Yeah, I mean, this is still very simple type, but there's a little bit more interest in it, or it has a little bit more interest because it looks like it was done with stenciling. So I want you to push yourself at the type. It doesn't have to be crazy, but a little bit more than just font on a background. Let's see. Let's turn that off. Carries the message in simple phrasing, so we have relax, find your balance, and get your time back. Yes, I think this one needs more work. This one is correct. Consistent color palette across all three, and it's from your references. So this has gray, blue, red, pink, and tan. It's not quite the same. I think the color scheme needs to be a little bit more standardized. And then, yeah, so if you have to pick up swatches like we did in the Duchamp assignment to create a palette, I think that could be important because right now they are similar but not the same. So you want the color palette to be the same on all three. So that needs work. Focal point is in the foreground, large enough to carry the message, modified consistently, significantly and consistently. So this one, I can't tell what this is. So your hero image has become so abstract that it's hard to understand. I don't know how this relates to relaxation. So I would work on that more so it's easier for your viewer to identify it. This doesn't appear to have the same applied filters or effects as we see in this one. So I don't think you necessarily need these shapes on the sides. This needs to be worked on a little bit more. And then this one also is a completely different aesthetic. So the focal point of the hero image of all three appear to be very different artistic styles, and they should be consistent in all three, and this should be easy to understand. So, yes, and this needs work. Patterning from skull shapes, so let's take a look at this. Yes, you have clipping masks, that's good. Yes, so you do have the demonstration of that skill set where you have stripes that are within a shape. I think that they could be pushed quite a bit, maybe as framing devices to frame around your focal point or point toward your focal point, so I'd like you to continue to work on those. And then the last one is that generative fill is used, and I can see it here. This is not generative fill. That's a stock image. I can still see the watermark. You want to make sure that you're using stock images that don't have the watermarks. I don't know where the generative fill here is. Maybe something we don't see. I don't see it here either. So you want to make sure that you are going back to the original video tutorials and bringing that skill set into the poster series as well.